So this is the Lenz O gauge digital uncoupler, and that's a track mounted version. We'll quickly set the scene. This is the NEM standard coupler for O gauge. It sits in a close coupling mechanism, a kinematic, similar to the 00 scale one, so there's a pocket. But in this case there's a pin that goes through the coupling and you can adjust the length. There's 3 different positions if needed. It has seen widespread adoption across Europe, although there's still a lot of fine scale manufacturers who still use screw links. But it is quite handy because it allows locomotives, coaches and wagons to get down to 3-foot radius, which makes it much more accessible. The T-bar there stops the buffers from locking on tight corners, but also is very effective at close coupling. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works really well. A lot of the Continental locos have digital uncoupling, but if you want to uncouple between wagons, then this uncoupler here is quite handy. So if I pull there, we will get this out of the way. Right, so it works like a point motor. We can switch it that way and it raises, and then you have the uncoupler there. And when it's clear, it should be out of the way, and it just looks like a barrow way, a wooden track across the rails. So quite a handy little device for marshalling yards. We'll look at another style of coupler a little bit later, which has got delayed uncoupling. So most of the models come with a standard hook that just raises and drops. The delayed uncoupler will stay up. So these are the Lenz 49009. They're a coupler head that has a pre-uncouple feature, so they're sold in pairs. Let me get that out of the way. I've fitted them to the wagons here. You can identify them by the extra bars that come out the front. Let me drive up a loco and couple. There we go, so they've coupled up. What we'll do is we'll activate the ramp, so the ramp's lifted, and drive them across the ramp. So there they are, they keep pushing along. When you're ready, you can turn the loco round and drive away. So they're a special adaptation. Quite a nice little idea. So if you drive them across the ramp going the other way, let me just demonstrate that. So the ramp is up. They will uncouple like normal wagons. So the actual uncoupler is designed to sit between the rails. You can see these copper contacts touching the inside of the rails, so it takes its power and control signal from the track. They were designed for Lenz track, but this is a bit of pico flexi. The sleeper spacing is slightly different, so what I've actually done is cut a little bit of the webbing out here so I could draw it closer so that this end of the ramp would hook over this sleeper. So just a small modification to the track to make it fit. So that's relatively straightforward. The side pieces are just cosmetic, they just go over, make it look like a wooden crossing. To set the accessory address, just attach the uncoupler in a little bit track to the programming track outlet of your system, and it programs a little bit like a loco. Within CV1 you can set 255 addresses. So I'm just going to go to programming on the programming track. Where are we? There we are. And I want to go to CV programming. CV1. It's reading it. It's come back as a value of 1. So in CV1 you can put in address up to 255. So that's relatively straightforward. I'm not sure why you'd need more addresses than that, but it does have the potential of going up to 2044 addresses. Let's change it to 25, so we'll clear it, put in a value, and then send it. So I've now put it on address 25. And I'll reconnect it to the main circuit, and we can drive it from there. So we can escape out. So any DCC system that supports a programming track and supports accessory addresses will be able to work this. I'm using a Lenz system here, so it's on 25, enter, and then it just changes like a point. So it's easy to set up, and then you can drop it into the layout once it's had the address set. After you've addressed it, you don't need to address it again, so that'll be it done.